أهلا بكم طلاب الصف الثالث الإعدادي. احنا كده خلصنا part 1 and then we're starting part 2 تحت رعاية وإشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. طيب احنا عملنا ايه في part 1؟ أخدنا comparative with superlative form and we took vocabulary words related to the unit. And now we're going to carry on with unit 2 and proceed with the second part of unit 2. Let's start. Now we're going to have a quick practice on the comparative and superlative. الدرس اللي احنا شرحناه بتاع الجرامر هنبدأ ببراكتس سريع عليه. Please open your students book page 13. Students book page 13 عشان نحل البراكتس مع بعض. Televisions are space than kettles. So here I have a comparison between televisions and kettles. ما بين التلفزيون والكتل بتاع اللي بيغلي المية. So I have two items, حاجتين. So what do I use? I use the comparative form. And I also have than. I have than. And I told you when we see than, this means I'm using the comparative form. يعني than دي بتستخدم مع comparative form. Now I have a long adjective. Adjective طويل. So can I say expensiver? No, I cannot do that. So what do? I say more expensive than. Very good. Space thing in the kitchen is the fridge. Here I'm comparing between the fridge and all the other things in the kitchen. ما بين الفريج وكل حاجة تانية. So here more than 3 things. يعني الفريج وكل الحاجات التانية. So I have to use the superlative form. And also useful is considered a long adjective. صفة طويلة. So I'm going to say the most useful. ما أقدرش أقول usefulest. Kettles are space than computers. Kettles and computers. Expensive. And I have than. Also, I'm going to use the comparative. But here, am I going to say more or less? Now, by logic, are kettles more or less expensive than computers? يعني مين أغلى الكتل بتاع المية ولا الكمبيوتر? Of course, computers are more expensive. So here I say kettles are less expensive than computers. يعني هم أرخص في السعر أو أقل غلوا يعني في السعر من الكمبيوترز. Less. And also I have the comparative form. It's what to shop online now than before. So I have than. Again, remember, than means the comparative form. هستخدم comparative. طيب عندي المقارنة ما بين shopping online وال shopping online زمان. يعني حاليا now and before. So it is easier. طيب عملنا if easier. Do you remember the rule? If I have a y at the end of the adjective and a consonant that is before y, في consonant يعني مش vowel قبل ال y, what do? I cross out the y and I put IER. أو في superlative I put IEST. It's what to buy clothes in shops than online. I have also than. I have the comparison between buying clothes in shops في المحلات أشتري من المحل and online. Comparative. And good is an irregular adjective. ما ينفعش أقول gooder. فاكرين? Do you remember the rule? I say it's better. The last example, space busy shop in my town is the supermarket. يعني I'm comparing between the shop and all the other shops in or the supermarket and all the other shops in the town. فهنا supermarket وكل shops. So this is the superlative form. And the same thing just like easy. I have y and I have a consonant. So what do? I cross out the y and in the superlative form I add IEST. So the busiest. Now it's reading time. We have a conversation between this girl, Aya, and this person. We're going to read this dialogue or conversation and then highlight the vocabulary words and then answer some questions. So here we start. Hello, how can I help you, Aya? I bought a laptop. I have laptop. Do you remember what a laptop is? Laptop. Last week. Yesterday, when I was doing my homework, it suddenly turned off. Turned off. Can you guess the meaning of turned off? So she was working or doing her homework on the laptop and it turned off. So what's the meaning of turned off? يعني فصل. Now I can't log in. Please underline the new vocabulary words. يعني as we're reading, I want you to highlight or underline the vocabulary words. الكلمات الجديدة اللي احنا نتعلمها. Laptop, turned off, log in. Log in. زي ما بنيجي ندخل على الكمبيوتر واكتب الباسورد this is log in يعني اسجل دخولي على حاجه. She cannot log in مش قادره تعمل كده. I think I lost my work. راح الشغل بتاعها كله. Was the computer plugged in? Plugged in. Plug محطوط في الفيشه بتاعته. Yes, it was plugged in. I was charging the battery and she was charging it. So what's the meaning of charge the battery? بتشحن البطارية بتاعتها. Did you turn on the computer again? Now this is the opposite of turn off. Remember turn off when she said I turned off or it turned off إنه طفى. And now I have did you turn on? Turn on the opposite يبقى بتشغل. The computer again? Yes, but then my password to log in order to enter was wrong. One moment please, I just emailed you a form to fill in a form. هتملى form. تملى زي استمارة أو ورقة to get a new password. هتجيب password جديد. Log in again with that information. I hope that that works. Okay, thank you. Now let's get to the questions. Are these sentences true or false? Correct the false sentences. The first one, I have finished her work yesterday. Now let's get to the passage in order to see whether she finished or not. هي خلصت الهومورك بتاعها؟ ها. She says here, when I was doing my homework, it suddenly turned off. So this means that she did not finish her homework. هي ما خلصتش الواجب. She was actually doing her homework and all of a sudden the computer or laptop turned off. كانت بتعمل homework وفجأة فصل. So the answer is false. False because she was already doing her homework. And she thinks she lost her work. The computer doesn't charge. Is this true or false? Let's get the computer does not charge. مش بيشحن. هل دي كانت مشكلتها؟ Let's get to the passage. So here she says, yes, it was plugged in. Plugged in. الفيشة محطوطة. I was charging the battery. So it was charging. البطارية كانت بتشحن. So there is no problem with charging the laptop. So it's actually false because she was charging it. 3, Aya can turn the computer on. She can do that. She can turn on the computer. بتعرف تفتحه. Let's get to the passage. Here he asks her, did you turn on the computer again? فتحتي أو شغلتي الكمبيوتر? She said yes, so she can turn on the computer. So the answer is true. We don't need to correct this one because it's already true. 4, she can't remember her password. مش قادرة تفتكر الباسورد بتاعها. Is this true or false? Let's get to the passage. So here she says, but then it said my password to log in was wrong. So the problem isn't that she doesn't remember the password. The problem is she's trying to enter the password and it's wrong. So the answer is false because the password was wrong. The assistant sent Aya a form. بعت لها form. One moment, I just emailed you a form. بعت لها form. زي استمارة تملاها. So the answer is true. He sent her a form. Or he emailed her a form. بعت لها عن طريق الإيميل. Now we have these verbs, phrasal verbs. We're going to match these verbs to the pictures. These are the verbs that we had in our passage or reading passage in the conversation between the assistant and Aya. Now we're going to match these verbs with their pictures. Let's have a look at the first picture. Do you remember when she said I plugged in the computer, or the computer was plugged in, يعني كان محطوط في الفيشة? So the picture here goes with the verb plug in. B, this red color of this sign. Probably most of you know it. يعني معظمكم عارفين الشكل ده. This is to turn off. بنقفل. C, this looks like a form. صح؟ form زي استمارة, and I am trying to fill in it. أنا بحاول أملى الاستمارة دي. So the verb is fill in. D, this is an arrow that is trying to get into something, just like the arrow that we have when we try to log into our computer or website. بحاول أسجل دخول على computer أو website, this is log in. And the last one, this green color and the same sign, and we always also know it. So this is turn on, the opposite of turn off. Now we're going to have also a new grammar part or language part. We're going to learn how to differentiate between both, either, neither, and none. And we're going to learn the use of each of them. Let's start with both. Okay, for both, I use it with and. معظم الأوقات بتستخدم مع and. A collocation with and. To mean this thing and another thing. يعني حاجة وحاجة كمان. I say both. For example, both the laptop and the microwave are in the sale. Both. الاتنين اللابتوب والميكروويف الاتنين في السيل. So both and. Or I can say both of my sisters are good at math. إخواتي الاتنين are good at math. So this is the meaning of both. The second one is either. And either comes with or. The collocation or the friend of either is or. When I use either, I use or. To mean this thing or another thing. يعني يا ده يا ده. حاجة من الاتنين. زي ما بخير حد حاجة يختار ده, either this or that. هتختار ده أو تختار ده. You can choose either soup or salad with your meal. يا إلا تختار شوربة أو سلطة مع الميل. So I have either and or. Neither, and I use it with nor. To mean not this thing or another thing. ولا ده ولا ده. And I can say neither of those necklaces is cheap. يعني ولا واحدة من العقدين دول رخاص. And if I have neither, then neither only without nor, then the verb is singular. يعني أنا لو عندي neither لوحدها من غير nor, يبقى الverb بيكون singular. Singular يعني للمفرد. What if I have nor? لو أنا معايا nor. Neither the smart TV nor the large TV suited the customer. يعني ولا السمارت تي في ولا التلفزيون nor ولا حتى الشاحن لا ده ولا ده suited the customer. نفع أو كان مناسب للcustomer. I have neither nor. And then none to mean no one or no item. ولا واحد في كل اللي موجودين. None of us wants to buy these phones. None of them works. And it's really important to know that if I have none, the verb is singular. لو عندي none, بحط الverb singular. مفرد. Let's practice. Salma said that she would phone me, but she emailed nor phoned. Do you remember? When I have nor, then I say neither emailed nor phoned. ولا بعتت email ولا اتصلت. Because I have nor. عشان أنا عندي nor, فاللي بتستخدم معها هي neither. Ali and Osama could get into the flat because space of them had a key. I have Ali and Osama. اتنين could get into the flat. يقدروا يدخلوا البيت. عشان because هما الاتنين had a key. معاهم المفتاح. So both of them. I can either. عندي either. إلا. طيب what is the conjunction that goes with either? اللي بيجي مع either? Very good. Or. Either play tennis or watch TV. يا تلعب تنس يا تتفرج على التلفزيون. The workers are lazy. Of them works hard. Workers العمال lazy. lazy كسلانين وهم workers كتير كسلانين. Works hard. Works hard is the opposite of lazy. يعني عكس lazy. حد بيشتغل كتير وبيشتغل جامد. This is totally the opposite of lazy. عكس كسلان. So what is the indefinite pronoun that we're going to use? هنستخدم أنهي واحدة؟ ما ينفعش استخدم both of them work. If I use both, then the meaning will not make any sense. يعني ازاي هقول هما الاتنين بيشتغلوا كويس أو بيشتغلوا كتير. This is contrary to lazy. مش ماشي مع lazy. So I say the workers are lazy, so none of them. None of them works hard. ولا واحد فيهم بيشتغل كويس. Neither Malak nor her friends. I have neither nor. And then I have speak French. طيب الverb هنا. I have two subjects. I have Malak and her friends. Which subject is going to be used for this verb? How do I know? For this rule, I stick to the subject that is after nor. يعني if I have nor, يبقى اللي بعد nor هو ده اللي هيمشي عليه الverb. فلو بعد nor I have plural, then the verb has to be in the plural form. If I have singular, then the verb has to be in the singular form. حسب اللي بعد nor. So after nor, I have her friends. Her friends is a plural word. Plural. So speak also has to be in the plural form. Neither Malak nor her friends speak French. None of my friends go shopping every day. طيب, do you remember the rule? I told you if we have none, we put the verb in the singular form. بيتحط singular كل مرة مع none. none of my friends مش عشان عندي friends يبقى أحطها plural. No, none of my friends goes. We are done with this part, language part, and now we're going to do the student's book, page 17. Please open the book, and now we're going to have the explanation on the board. So in this exercise, you're going to look at the pictures and complete sentences using the past form of the verbs. Past form, in this exercise, you will find past simple and past progressive. What's the difference? Past simple, I use it for short actions in the past. بستخدم ال past simple لما يكون عندي action أو حدث قصير حصل في ال past. The traditional or the normal rule for the past simple is I add ed or ied or d to the verb. يعني بحط ed أو ied to the verb. زي مثلا I traveled to Cairo last week. الأسبوع اللي فات أنا سافرت. I traveled. So I add ed. I visited my grandmom yesterday. امبارح I visited. The verb is visit. I visited, the past of visit. I finished my homework last weekend. خلصت الhomework بتاعي last weekend. This is the past simple. Sometimes I have irregular verbs such as go and take and buy. These are irregular verbs. They don't follow the ed rule or ied rule or d rule. مش بيمشوا على الرول دي. I have to study the past tense form of these verbs. خلاص دول لازم بنحفظهم. إنه the past of go is went and so on. عندنا ال past progressive or past continuous بستخدمه إمتى؟ Past continuous is used for long actions in the past. فبيحصل إن أنا عندي two actions, a long one and one interrupts it. يعني بيبقى فيه long action وفجأة في واحد بيقطعه. زي ما أقول I was walking in the street. I was walking. Past continuous بنعمله ازاي؟ was or were plus verb plus ing. فبقول I was walking in the street، كنت ماشي، and I saw when I saw an accident. فجأة أنا ماشي، فجأة I saw an accident، شفت حادثة. ف was walking, this is the long action in the past continuous, and saw is the short action in the past simple that interrupted this long action. هو قطع long action. فهنشوف ده هنا في الexercise. This morning I don't say goed, the past simple is went. We take the bus. What's the past of take? Took. You need to study this. And the past of buy is bought. It's an irregular verb as well. As I told you, you need to study these verbs. After that, what's the past of meet? Met some of my friends. Yes. Show is a regular verb, so I'm going to add ed to it. I showed them my new phone. While. When I have while, when, and as, this means that I have two actions, a short one and a long one, one interrupting the other. يعني لما بلاقي while أو when أو as بعرف إن أنا كده عندي two actions، واحد طويل في past continuous، واحد قصير في past simple قطعه. فده هنا I showed them my phone while we were walking down the road. يعني إحنا كنا ماشيين وفجأة أنا طلعت التليفون ووريته لهم. This is the past continuous. Was or were plus verb plus ing. As I told you, if I have as, when, or while, then this means I have two actions in the past, a long one and a short one. Let's try to find the long one and a short one. فين الطويل اللي كان بيحصل وفجأة واحد قطعه. As I give my friend the phone، أنا قاعد لسه هو بديه التليفون وقع اتكسر. as I was giving my friend the phone, he dropped it. This is the past simple. What's the past simple form of break? Do I say breaked? No, I don't do that. Break is an irregular verb that has a different form. It doesn't follow the ed rule. مش بياخد ed. So the phone broke. My friend feel, so the past of feel is felt. My friend felt very bad, and what's the past simple form of verb to be? Was or were, and because I have so I say I was sad. طيب احنا كده خلصنا part 2 أو آخر جزء في unit 2. خدنا في part 2 رجعنا عملنا exercise بسيط على ال comparative وال superlative. أخدنا reading passage فيها phrasal verbs ال plug in و log in و fill in وعملنا matching. وأخدنا exercise في ال students book على ال past simple وال past continuous وحليناه مع بعض. وخدنا language part, the difference between either, neither, none, and both. كده خلصنا الدرس. See you next time and bye.